Hey everybody, back with another video, and today we're going to answer a question I received a while back on a video I did about how to operate the air controls on a Quadra-Fire fireplace insert. Okay, just a real quick background on that. I had over here in that corner there, I purchased one of these and installed it, and it didn't come with any instructions. It was used, and so I figured out how to use it, and I thought, hey, I'd do a video about it. Because a lot of other people apparently had a similar one and they couldn't figure out how to use it. So, anyway, LT's asking, he says, I get some smoke in the room initially when I start a fire, and I was wondering what I'm doing wrong. And he's probably doing nothing wrong. And so let's go ahead and talk about fireplaces, chimneys, and that sort of thing real quick. When you have a fireplace and a smokestack, okay, typically you got a damper in there as well. We're going to get rid of the damper right now. You load your wood in the front and you start your fire, okay? Now, this is in your house, okay? The pressure and temperature outside is let's use some numbers here, and so you're not going to start a fire when it's warm outside. So let's say it is let's say it's 50 degrees outside. We're talking Fahrenheit. It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's say it's 60 degrees in your house Fahrenheit. The temperature difference is only 10 degrees, okay? Okay, so the way this draft works is through convection, okay? A convection current starts to happen right here. The higher the temperature is indoors and the lower the temperature is outdoors, the better of a natural convection current you're going to have. Also, the height of the chimney is going to really make a difference. The higher that chimney, the higher or the faster that current or that draw is gonna happen. Now, what is probably happening in his case is that there is no natural convection draft happening. And there's lots of different chimneys. There could be a metal chimney, could be a masonry fireplace, it could be, whatever it is. So, and the reason he's getting that smoke is because there's nothing going up the stack, okay? So what happens is you get a little bit of smoke coming out of the fireplace or the chimney right off the get-go. One thing you want to make sure is that the house is not in negative pressure. And what I mean by that is that anything exhausting air outside of the house, for example, you will have bath vents in the ceiling venting out to the outside. Dryers vent to the outside. A stove in the kitchen has a vent, and that vents to the outside. So if you have an airtight house and you have all of those things venting outside, that could be causing the air to come down backwards, which is not too awfully typical, but it's just something that could happen. All right. The other thing that can happen is that the chimney, when it's installed, needs to be 2 feet above anything 10 feet around. Meaning, if from here to here is 10 foot, it has to be from here to the top of the chimney needs to be 2 foot. If it's not, what can happen is air can come over the top and blow down on the chimney. You want to make sure that you also have a chimney cap on the top of. There we go. You also want to make your make sure your chimney cap is on and in good shape. Make sure that that'll help eliminate any downdrafts. Okay, sorry for the technical difficulties with the screenwriting here. All right, so what can you do to help eliminate the smoke and stuff when you get started? Okay, so one thing you can do is just stick some light newspaper in there. Okay, and get a fire going real quick. A real quick fire rather than a good hot fire. Flame has a lot of heat to it. So what I like to do is just put a bunch of crumpled up newspaper down in the bottom, okay? And then lay some really fine sticks over the top of it, and then light the front of that. And then close the door and let that paper catch, and that will heat that chimney up a lot faster. It might be that you have to extend your chimney pipe up a little higher, put on another section. You know, there's lots of other things that can cause it. Make sure you're not getting any downdrafts. Make sure your chimney cap is on there. Things of that sort. Make sure your flue is clean. Make sure that, because what can happen if your chimney pipe isn't clean is creosote can start to build up. Okay, and the more creosote builds up, the more it's going to restrict the airflow. Okay, also cause more potential for chimney fire. So make sure that's clean, the passageways are all clear, and all that. All right, I don't think I can really cover much more as far as draft and such on wood stove and chimney and all that sort of stuff. But if you have any more questions, feel free to shoot me a message. If I didn't answer your question, ask me again, and maybe be a little more specific, and I'll try to dial in my answer for you. So hopefully that helps. If you haven't already, don't forget to go down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do lots of electrical and HVAC videos, and pretty much just everything I do on a regular basis, I like to share it with you guys. So check it out. We'll see you all in the next video.